Hi everybody and welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets, looking at what's happening in the markets overall. Then we'll look at the Bitcoin chart, Ethereum chart and some news stories as well. First of all, I want to thank everybody in our premium group. We've got an amazing premium group and you can join the premium group if you want. There's a link down below. And we've also got a free group as well, but I want to thank everybody. I kind of posed a question over the weekend or yesterday or the day before, listen, what can I do with the channel? I'm going to stop doing the lives. This is what I'm thinking about doing, or I might walk away from crypto altogether. And I don't want to do that, obviously, and I'm not saying that just because I want you to say, don't leave, Steve. There's nothing to do with that. I seriously was thinking about it and seriously was thinking about the different scenarios that could go through with this channel. So I took to the groups, asked a question, and I got some amazing feedback. So I want to thank you for all of that, especially for everybody in the free group and the premium group as well, and all the private messages as well. So thank you for that. Remember and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I go live as well. That would really help the channel as well. Okay, overall crypto markets, we have an overall market capitalization has gone up slightly of $260 billion, $261 billion. Bitcoin is actually moving up as we speak. We'll be looking at the Bitcoin chart in a second. It's 9,284. So it's kind of bounced off that line that we were talking about yesterday and starting to move back up again. Who's the winners and losers overall? We've got Kick Token up 23% on 82,000 volume. Lisk is up 22%. Bitcoin 14%. Hedera Hashgraph is up again 12%. Centrality Status is up as well. And we've got Icon down 18%. That's had a massive rise recently. No surprise it's down. Molecular Future is down. Swipe, Synthetics, DXChain, AION, Made Safe and Nexo all down, but not by that much. In the red, we've got roughly probably about a 12%, say 15% in the red, 85% in the green. So alts are still doing extremely well just now. Okay, so let's look at what's happening with Bitcoin just now. We can see just now we've got a price of 9,297 at this very moment as we speak. So it is going up, which is fantastic to see. Again, we said about the 70 EMA. It kind of came down below this. And if it was going to come down, it had to be supported at 8,900 level. So it's kind of stayed within that range between 8,900 and 9,200. And it's starting to go back up again. So hopefully we can use that 7 EMA as support again, and we've still got this 200 MA, which is the 200-day moving average. We've still got that as support there. Resistance seems to be that 9,200 level, but we're pushing through that again to move up, and hopefully we can use that as support level again. So we're pushing up again. According to these green lines here, this is extrapolated from 2015 to 2017. We should kind of finish the week round about the 9,500. Then next week we're kind of gunning for 10,000 there as well. So it's still looking bullish for Bitcoin at the moment. There's a lot of things happening globally that are kind of pushing the kind of Bitcoin price up. Oil prices obviously going down. What's happening in China is going down. There's a lot of the industry in China just kind of shutting down production. So there's a lot happening around the world that could be pushing the Bitcoin price up as people start to hedge and kind of pull the money out of the stock market as well. Stock market in China has been kind of supported by the Chinese government. There has been kind of notes sent to businesses within China to say, do not sell your stock. And it looks like the China government have also put $157 billion worth to support the Chinese stock market as well. It did fall big time, about 11%, but it probably could have gone down probably more, 20%, 30%, but the government is actually supporting that just now. Okay, so I also want to look at Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is at a 6-month low. You can see the last time it got this low was around about July 2019. So probably an 8-month low, to be honest. So the dominance has gone down to 65.85 and it's gone down all the time. Now, what's significant about the Bitcoin dominance? Well, if we kind of look at what's happening, look at the bigger picture. Again, if we look at where the highest price was for Bitcoin, way back here was January 2018, December 2017, January 2018. And go back to the Bitcoin dominance. This is where predominantly it was the lowest price. So 8th of January 2018 and it's starting to fall in December, big time, and it fell from 67 all the way down to 36. Same happened again in March. Remember March and April 2018 when the price of Bitcoin was going up. This is round about here. It started going back up again, the Bitcoin dominance fell. So we're starting to see that kind of signs of that again just now. Not as sharply as it has before, but still falling nonetheless. This is a weekly chart we're looking at, and it's going down all the time. So it's actually quite good that it's going down slowly, because it means the Bitcoin price can remain at the same price it is just now, around about the same price, or go slightly higher, but people are still buying the alts as well. So people are seeing opportunities in alts market just now, which is a really good sign. Okay, so I want to show you the Ethereum chart just now. We can see this is a US dollar against the Ethereum price just now, and we can see there's two key major things about this Ethereum chart that nobody's really talking about, but we'll look at this. This is on Poloniex. We can see the 7-day EMA has crossed over the 50 EMA. That crossed over at $143, and that's when we kind of first looked at it and said this is going to start rising again, on its way up to $200 and $300. And the other thing is as well, it's surpassed the 200 MA. So the price of Ethereum surpassed the 200 MA at $175, and it kind of broke through that line here, and we're at $193 at the minute, and we're still rising just now. So it looks like key factors here that we're going to be looking at for the dollar value is going to be around about the 222 area. We're kind of breaking through previous support or resistance. We're breaking through that at the minute. So that was previous resistance. The next resistance line round about the 220 level, and then onwards and upwards, obviously through to kind of 300 level there. So I'm going to put that, we'll just put that 300 as a psychological barrier, but I do believe we are going to go to 300 in the coming weeks and months for Ethereum as well. It's kind of rising fast just now. It's not probably looking good on the RSI chart, and we're high. So we're at 71 just now, 71.62. We've got a crossover on the MACD obviously, and the volume is picking up as well. So we could stay here for quite a while, round about this area, and you can see it has been as high as 85 as well. So Ethereum is looking really good as well. I want to show you this with Ethereum. Okay, so you can see here what we've got of this structure has gone back to 2015, and it's an ascending channel wedge. This is on the daily we're looking at, and this is a wedge that is broadening out the way. So we're seeing that over the long term for Ethereum. It's kind of broke structure and looks normally with this kind of wedge, and it breaks structure and comes out from below the support line. It should fall all the way back down to here to $2, but that's not going to happen. What I think the likely scenario is we're going to go back up into this area here and get into the $370 range. This is going to be the long-term support line. Much like kind of Bitcoin, we've got a long-term, a 7-year support line for Bitcoin. I think we've got a long-term support line for Ethereum as well. Obviously not 7 years, it's only been out for 5 years. But I think we're going to go back into the support area, into this ascending wedge, and kind of start going back up from there. Now, where does that leave us to go from there? Well, it looks like we have a big, if we're looking at the bigger picture, we could, your guess is as good as mine, we could go up to a very big kind of amount here for Ethereum. I'm not going to put out outlandish prices. I looked at $9,000 price yesterday when CryptoLark was talking about that, but I don't see that as outlandish when you look at this kind of megaphone or wedge we've got going on here with Ethereum. So big things happening with Ethereum just now, and that leads me on quite nicely to the news as well. So 8 teams are sprinting to build the next generation of Ethereum. So I don't want to reinvent the wheel when building Ethereum 2.0. So this is talking about 2.0, and really the question is really what is 2.0? Well, this is known as Serenity. We've spoken about this before as well, but I'll just go over it very briefly. The current specification for Ethereum 2.0 can be summarized as a combination of 3 main components: a switch to proof of stake from the current energy intensive consensus protocol known as proof of work. So we're switching to proof of stake, implementation of network-wide scaling solution called sharding. I've explained what sharding is as well, and we can do that in another separate video. And also a revamping of the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, and the engine responsible for deploying decentralized application, which is dApps on the blockchain, to run on a new programming code known as WebAssembly, WASM. I explained about that the other day as well. So that's the three main components of what's happening with Ethereum 2.0, and there's 8 teams that are sprinting to build the next generation of that. What I love about Ethereum as well is we got the huge community with Ethereum that are really looking to make it much more better, much more secure, and to get that throughput they need in order for it to become one of the major players on the blockchain. Okay, we've got other stories here as well. Ethereum 2.0 has made some critical advances. The deposit smart contract for Ethereum 2.0 has completed formal verification and audit of the bytecode. Continued optimizations to ETH 2.0 beacon chain are also underway. I don't want to go over this too much, I'll leave this for you, but formal verification is essential to production software development. FV is a method of analysing the code semantics to make sure they adhere to certain properties. So that's underway at the moment as we speak. You've probably seen that as well. A new Ethereum association launched to increase trust in the ecosystem. So the Ethereum Trust Alliance has been announced this week. It's been formed by a global coalition of professional security organizations joining forces to increase trust in the Ethereum ecosystem. It just gets stronger and stronger all the time. The founding members are MythX, QuantStamp, Runtime Verification, Suhu, SmartDeck, and Consensus Diligence as well. So that's another kind of good thing about Ethereum. That community I was talking about is so important. And this scenario will trigger a new Ethereum rally, key levels to watch. So we're talking about, they've got a descending channel just now. This is on the 60-minute chart, and they're talking about the levels between $185 and $190. We've already broken the $190. We've just seen that there just now. We're at $194.50 for Ethereum just now. So that kind of is a moot subject there. So I'll put the link for that for you as well. I'll put that in the video down below. XRP, want to look at XRP just now. Ripple partners with Intermex. XRP is poised for more gains. It says here, Ripple partners with Intermex on February the 4th. San Francisco-based blockchain behemoth announced its new partnership with Intermex, one of the leaders in the remittance industry in Latin America that boosts more than 100,000 locations. It says here, the XRP is poised for more gains. It did go up 11% yesterday. Josh Rager has said this is why was the rise yesterday was due to this kind of partnership with Intermex. I think there was other things as well with Upbit, for example. I think with the wallets, that kind of made it go up as well. And just taking a quick look at XRP USD, we'll look at. It's 27.2 cents at the minute, so still going up just now. If we look at XRP BTC, that's without the kind of Bitcoin price factored in. We're 2,906. We did get up to that 3,000 level, but we're 2,906 at the moment for XRP. Tom Lee predicts the Bitcoin price could skyrocket by nearly 200% in 6 months. So Lee expects Bitcoin to levitate. Fundstrat's Tom Lee is certain that Bitcoin might extend its January gains. In fact, he believes the top cryptocurrency could surge by nearly 200% in the next 6 months. So he's talking about before the halving. And the halving might not happen in May. It might actually happen earlier. So he says in his latest interview with Yahoo Finance, Lee pointed out that Bitcoin broke above its 200-day moving average, which we've seen already. Historically, Bitcoin would bring its investors stellar returns after each such occasion. Whenever Bitcoin breaks back into the 200-day, its average 6-month gain is 197%. So we're sort of talking about a levitation taking place. So that means he's talking about going up to 24,000. Now, this is something I found interesting. I don't know if I've seen anybody speaking about this. Blockchain multiplayer game Battle of Elrond is a Galaxy Store exclusive. So the Elrond cryptocurrency project has announced a multiplayer mobile game featuring blockchain features, which will launch through the Galaxy Store, exclusively for Samsung's blockchain smartphones, including the Galaxy S10 and Galaxy Note series. Now, this is 3 weeks ago, and I don't know why I kind of found this, but I want to show you this. Now, I think this could propel Elrond ERD by 100% or more before the end of this quarter. We're talking before the end of March, but the price of Elrond was down to about 15, 16, and I've recommended it a few times before Elrond, looking at the TA point of view and thinking, okay, it's going to go up this time, but every time it really has disappointed. It's been my bogey coin when I've been going into it, but this puts a different spin on things altogether, and I genuinely think this could get up to the 40 level and go up by 100% before the end of this quarter. So something to keep an eye on. I'm going to call it in the premium group as well. And if you want to join the premium group, you can. Here is an example. On the 26th of January, you can see here, I posted a call. It was seen by 139 people at 9:40 in the morning, and it was the price for Anchor at 16. Anchor did go up to 21 to give you a 30% gain, possible gain. Still think it's going to go up more, but this is the last day for the Anchor call. The calls that I make only last for 10 days, so they have to go up within 10 days for me to record it as well. So if you want to join the premium group and get calls like this nearly every day, there's a link down below for you as well. And yeah, so I'm going to be looking at Elrond again. I think by the end of this quarter we could be up by 100% or more. Okay, that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate your time, and please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video as well if you like it. Okay, until next time, namaste, take care, bye now.